So, okay, here we go. Air conditioner. Another one. I've got two now. This one's the better one out of the two. Even though somebody had tried to do some service work on this, I've been poking around inside, and this is the cover for the electrical terminals. Well, that had been taken off. That was resting on the top there. Both of the refill nipples, well, valves, both got their caps off, and that one hasn't. All the down the bottom around here is all bent and deformed. So somebody's been poking around with this, and at the moment the top motor mount has kind of popped out of the compressor, but that's due to me. I dropped this thing probably about 8 or 7 foot off the wall. That's not even connected to the bloody... Well, that could have been me. If not, that's the terminal to go and run the fan, which if... Hang on. Oh, that runs to a separate terminal in there, so the fan won't start. It's got A charge in it now, so we're going to do a test and see if it works. The fan has got one damaged blade, but it should be alright. So we'll turn it on and see what happens. Nothing. Okay. That's not good. Did I do the right one? Yes. Maybe a bad connection, or this thing here is burnt out. So just try and tighten these up a little bit more. Well, it could be the fuse in that plug phone, one or the other. We'll try that, see what happens. Nothing. We'll push the breaker in manually. No power input. But then again, I did try this up to school and nothing happened. Sorry. That plug off the angle grinder always had a problem. That. Okay, I'll try a new fuse and see what happens. If not, I'll try a new plug. Okay, if I actually thought about it, I would have known that that fuse was blown. I know this fuse is blown because I took it out of that to put into this extension lead, because I blew that extension lead's fuse. So I knew that this was actually blown. I just forgot, so I'll try again. Wow, well, great. I found out why my compressor's being a bitch as well, not starting. Because the wiring on it's underrated. Every single time I try and bloody start that thing up, nothing happens, and the wires get hot, so it's underrated. So I need to replace all the wiring on that, and I also got to get some of this wire here as well. So I'm going to run that from here into my bedroom, and I'll wire that into a plug. And I might have to try and get a fuse box or another circuit breaker, something like that out here. Because I'm not going to put a fuse in the plug actually in my room. I'm just going to have a screwdriver bit in it. That's what I just did to this fuse. Instead of putting another fuse back in, we'll use one of these. Just because these things draw so much power on startup, usually they're connected to a larger, maybe a 15 amp fuse or something similar to that. So everything in here is green, nothing in here is turned for a long time. If this thing had been working, this fan wouldn't be green. It hasn't been running a long time. That startup of the compressor was the first startup it's done in a very long time. And where's the output line? So, what I'm planning on doing is I've got to try and get an evaporator unit for this. So, yeah. It's got all the reversing valves and things on it. All I have to do is make some switches up to make all the bits and bobs work. And voila. I honestly don't know. This thing here has several different... I don't know how to wire this. I don't know if you run current into it one way to make it heat and then reverse the current. I'm guessing it runs on AC. It does run on AC. I don't know. Anyway, you can see all this thing here is all slightly crooked. Like these here are too close together. That's all because the compressor's shifted over this way. It's jumped. The top motor mount's jumped. Hang on, if I get a fucking light, that would help. This has got a charge in it of R22. You can see it's jumped out there. That was to me dropping it about 10 foot off of the wall. I might get the brackets for it. I don't know where I'll put this thing. I do have one fan. I'll have to unplug the charger. Right. Above that door there. I might just put it up there somewhere. Probably be a good home for it, but the thing is, I don't know how I'd lift something like this. It's so damn heavy. Oh well. If not, I'll fucking stick it in the... Stick it. on the floor there. It's down there somewhere. I don't know. Actually, the floor there would probably be a better place because it's got. I can either run the lines in through that hatch there or that. This hatch I'm going to be sorting out soon, sometime in the summer. I'm going to probably block that up just so it cannot be opened no matter what. Anyway, well, this works. That's good. I'm doing another startup. You can't run it long because of what the fuck's that so much. Just because it's sealed. Yeah, it works. It's good. I've got to heat it up now. Everything's covered in frost. I did try and drain some of this, but if not, actually I'll go and actually ask someone because well, I might as well tell you. I can't recharge this with R22. Can you put car refrigerant in it? Because I found top-up kits on eBay, which basically you just hook it up to the recharge valve and just let it flow. I did find a nice set of gauges for refilling these, but yeah, I don't really use them for that. This one here must have been used more than that one, because that one, the fucking weird, I can't remember, it's like cork tape stuff which they wrap around, oh fuck, move the light away, which they wrap around them. This one here is all falling off and sagging, and the other one was barely moved, anyway. So I can get a screwdriver in there now and I'll sort that out. Yeah, I'll do a little video on the wiring on this thing, it's pretty damn simple. It's the same way that's wired up, so I may as well just do it on here because it's easily laid out on this one, so I'll do that video now before I start tinkering.